Hi guys, it's Krishantiw with Krishantiw.com talking about spirituality and psychic development and personal growth. And Nihita asked me to talk about my opinion on astrology and astrocartography as an intuitive and how accurate that information and data is. And, you know, it's very interesting. I was thinking about it. I am absolutely by no means in any way an expert at all about astrology. I basically don't know anything except for like your sun sign and your rising sign and your like ascension sign or moon or whatever. I don't even know that. Like I just, I know there's 3 things that you look for, and it's not just like your sun sign. It's those 3 things. And I've had a few readings with some great people over the years. I can remember off the top of my head right now 4 that I've had that were very interesting, but also in a way sort of vague. And I know for sure, and I believe this as an intuitive, but the astrology is very good at like telling you what your personality is like or what someone else's sort of thing is. But as far as determining events or what you can expect, I've always been disappointed by what they put in the magazines. Like, this month is going to be a stellar month. I'm like, yay, and then it isn't. Or sometimes I look back and I'm like, my June was nothing like that. I think to make it something like so broad, it just doesn't work. And the other thing about astrology is it, just like a reading, like an intuitive thing, it very much depends on the level of mastery of the person looking into everything. Like, how good are they? How much of the data are they analyzing? Like how intuitive are they? And the best readings are when they marry their intuition with that knowledge and they're combing and looking through things and figuring it all out, which seems tricky to me, but it's so complex. There is so much to it, and I've always said at some point or another, maybe I'll learn it. But just like with readings, I've had people come to me and tell me that astrologers told them things that were just flat out absolutely wrong. In one particular case, it was about a woman, like if she didn't try to conceive right away, she would never have a girl again. And then she went on to have 2 girls. And she didn't conceive right away. It was like there was only one chance to have a girl, and if she didn't take it, like forget it. And she had 2, so that didn't make sense. And I think if you were tuning into that from an intuitive perspective, the way I see it is I don't like to do mediumship and talk to people who've passed on, but I love checking out babies that are going to be born because they're so fun and easy and they're all suited up and ready to dive into another lifetime. And you can always kind of tell what they are or who they're going to be. But again, that's me. That's like my flavor, my thing that I do. And so the same with these astrologers. It's all about how good they are. Although, if you're just running software and stuff, and you're looking into it yourself, I guess the software doesn't lie. But then it's all on you to interpret and to figure things out and to learn to recognize the signs and what you're looking at. So, in answer to your question, Nihita, I do believe in it, but I also believe it's kind of only as good as the person looking at it. So it's basically like another way to gather information. Like with me, I have the clairvoyance, the clairaudience, the tarot cards, the I Ching, and then there's astrology. And what's great is when you know all of that stuff, and then you can like cross check. Okay, there's this, and then what does this say, and then what is this, and like do it all and figure it all out. And you'll find some of my psychic friends and I will cross check like the I Ching versus the tarot versus whatever, and find that there are a lot of similarities. And so it's just like comparing like analytical data and like reading it into it all. And I can't think of much more else to say about that, to be honest. I'm trying to figure it out. I know there's a lot of ways that you can get info with astrology and with predictions. One of my friends who's so good at this knows without a fact, like she knows without a doubt, like, okay, this is going to happen in this year. And she's got such a very strong, smart, scientific brain. It takes that kind of, I think, that level of, and then if you can bring in your intuition, I think I already said this, but it takes that kind of level of mastery to be excellent at the astrology thing. Because if you're not, I don't know. Again, as I said before, I'm talking to you as an intuitive, and this is what you would ask me to talk about, but by no means an expert on how the whole thing works. I just know that it can work, but you want to make sure you are going to someone that is very, very, very good at it. And still there can be like operator error, or things can change that change the data or the outcome or what appears to be being set up to happen in the future. So that's that. If there are other things you want me to talk about or actually like look into more, I can definitely do that. Just email me, ask@krishanti.com. And I think that's just all for today. I will see you next time. Bye.